Hi there. Today I'm trying to make a ghost from the video game Destiny. It's the first time I'm trying to do something not in a kit. This one was 3D printed for me by a friend using PLA filament, and I can understand why everybody is passing to resin printers now, because the preparation of the pieces really was too long on this project. It seems I forgot to shoot just the pieces before starting working, so we're jumping right in and cleaning up those pieces. Quite a lot of layers were still visible, so I went berserk with some sandpaper in a couple of grits and with the knife. I have enough parts to make 2 of these ghosts, but as it took so long to prepare the first one, I need a break before starting the second one. I'll probably make a video of that one too, but without all this cleaning stuff that is the first major part of this video. As usual, this is not a tutorial, I have no idea what I'm doing, so don't blame me if it doesn't work. The sandpapers I'm using are a 120, 220 and later on a 320 grit. One after the other, they usually manage to get the surface down to a good enough. And I'm all about that good enough. These PLA parts make a lot of dust when you sand them, so at first I was using just a brush to try and clean out the sandpapers, but then I got wise and used a vacuum cleaner. I'm so spoiled. The ghost is mainly made of 3 kinds of parts. There's the central round thingy. I believe the brain is in there, possibly. And then we have 2 kinds of, I don't know how to call them, maybe wings, those pyramidal things. One does have a groove, and the other one instead has a small triangle on top that is going to be colored orange. After the triangular parts, I start cleaning up and making the round part smooth. I'm using some sanding sticks here. Some are made for nails. The gray one, is actually a model kit one. With round parts, it's easier to use the sticks as they flex, so you can follow the contour of the part. The dust kept getting stuck in the grooves of the layers, so I tried to get it out with a brush. As it was the first time using PLA, I didn't really know what to use as glue, so I used the CA glue I already had. And I'm not saying it was a mistake because it can't be seen further on, but it tended to crystallize the plastic, so if you're using it on visible parts, I would try something else. These small black parts are some details that then will be attached to the white triangular parts with the groove. The 3D file was actually quite nice, so I will link it in the description of this video if you want to try and make it yourselves. As you can see, everything took quite a long time to clean, but then again, I could have edited this video. But when I write that full build in the title, I don't want to be called a liar. So there you go. Here I'm gluing together the two semispheres to make the ball. The print also came with these small orange pegs to help you sync the two parts together. At first I thought I was going to attach the wings directly to the ball with glue, but then I decided to go instead for a more magnetic route, and I bought some of those neodymium magnets from Amazon. I will link them in the description in case you want to do the same. It's not an affiliate link, I'm not that successful. The glue made a bit of a lip, so I'm cleaning that out first with the knife and then with some sandpaper again. Here I'm test fitting it with some blue tack, just to see if it all fits together. Right, I thought I was going to use wires to keep it together, but no, magnets are much better. They're just magic. And here comes the magnets. I wasn't happy with how smooth some of the parts were, so I cleaned them up again and then gave a clean again to the ball also. Time to glue the magnets to the ball, still using CA glue. Obviously I didn't keep track on the north-south stuff of the magnets, so that's gonna be tricky when I put them on the white parts. Here I'm cleaning out the orange triangular parts, those details on some of the white pyramidal parts. And then we're ready for painting. I skewer everything with a toothpick and a bit of blue tack, and then it's time to go and prime. That part is not shot as it is done outside because I like to breathe. It is also the first time I do a base for something, so that is what that stick was. Okay, everything is primed, so we're cleaning out a bit and then we can start with the airbrush. I had a lot of issues with the white. I could never get it right between the thinner and the paint. I tried everything and I couldn't really do it. In all my projects there is also one part that I don't expect to go wrong completely and I don't understand why, and this time it was the white. At the end I had to leave my usual Tamiya acrylic white and I bought myself a Vallejo that is already airbrush mixed, so that one went better. I do believe at the end that it was a nozzle issue. I was using a too small 0.2. When I started using a 0.5 it went better. So I decided to use the first layers with the Tamiya paint as a primer filler. So I gave it a grind again and actually it was a little bit smoother. Before starting painting with the Vallejo. I don't have a fancy aspirator for airbrushing, but I do use a mask, so I'm trying to be safe anyway. For the center ball I used a Tamiya gunmetal because I wanted that metallic sense to pop, and that paint went on like a dream. These details I did in a Tamiya rubber black with a brush, so I didn't have to clean the airbrush. I didn't have an orange, so I mixed my own with yellow and red Tamiya. It possibly is a bit too yellow, but it is good enough. Then a coat of Tamiya clear to help with details and panel lining. And then I started with a base. I took the best polystyrene I had at home and cut it out to measure. Then I took some white glue, Mod Podge and some acrylic black, mixed those to make a coating. As it was the first time I used these kind of materials, I tried to remember everything I've seen in YouTube tutorials, and I don't know, it may be good enough. I will put a link in the description also for the professional mixing fork. Those things are indispensable for every good model maker. At the end result was a bit more glossier than I would have expected, and next time I probably will do a second coat or maybe a thicker first coat. I put in the black details and then I had to move the hole for the stick because I had put it in the wrong position, and then I attached the orange triangles and then some panel lining. As usual, I clean out the excess panel lining with a cotton swab or with a brush that have seen from far away a drop of thinner. On the black parts I used a gray pen aligner. All pen aligners are Tamiya. To color the eye, I cut out a bit of plastic and then painted it with a mixture of blue and clear Tamiya. Then I took out again the airbrush to paint the base. I tried to give it some grading by using different kinds of grays, from a lighter to some darker tones. With the darker tones I tried to be more directional so I could take advantage of the irregularities on the base, and well, it didn't work, or at least not well. Then I gave a coat of clear flat Tamiya. And gave it a wash with a homemade wash with oil, paint and thinner. I tried also giving it some accent colors with red and yellow, but that didn't really work out. So instead I just gave it a good dry brush with white acrylic color. Anyway, that's the model done, and I would say it's good enough. How about you? Here comes the pictures. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do whatever you do when you enjoy a video. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.